All right, good evening, everybody, or good night. I don't know. It's 9:30 right now. Your boy's leveled up. We got a notebook. No more coupons, all right? We got a notebook. So I talked about my guilty pleasure movies last time. I'm going to talk about my least favorite movies of all time. These are movies that are bummy, they're ass, they're bad, they're just not good. So I'll go ahead and start off strong with I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, the original I Know What You Did Last Summer is fine. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. The sequel isn't that bad either. It's okay. They're both fine. The first two are fine. I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer is fucking terrible, though. This was a direct-to-DVD movie, I believe. Can you even say what the plot of this movie is? I don't think anybody knows. I feel like no one's ever even seen this movie. But no, it's a real movie. It's basically, I can't remember the dude's name, but the fisherman, the serial killer from the first one, he's a ghost now. And he's killing people in Colorado for some fucking reason. Despite the fact that the original one takes place in North Carolina, I think. South Carolina? I don't know. It's dumb. It's fucking stupid. It's one of my least favorite horror movies of all time. And one of my least favorite movies, obviously. Next. Transformers 5, The Last Night. I mentioned how the first three Transformers by Michael Bay, they're part of my guilty pleasures, right? The Last Night, though, is fucking horrible. I'll never forget the excitement I had for this movie, because I remember when the trailers first came out, and I was like, damn, shit, Optimus Prime died, what the fuck? I was excited, but I didn't get to watch it when it came out because my sister was little and my parents didn't want to, take her to see it or have someone watch her or something. So I remember when it first came out to rent or buy or something. This was before the streaming service war, right? Me, my mom, and my dad, we all gathered around the campfire, right, to watch the movie. And I'll never forget my parents' faces while we were watching it. It was just fucking boredom. I could not believe that. Well, no, I could believe it because I was also very bored. I didn't like the movie either. I don't think my dad was even watching it. Now, my dad has ADHD, so he can't sit and just watch a movie. He has to do something while watching the movie. But I wouldn't blame him if he was just pretending to, listen and care about the movie at all. Because, man, that movie's ass. Now, what's my least favorite part of the movie? I don't know. It's either the aspect ratio changing every fucking, 5 seconds. Because I heard Michael Bay filmed it on IMAX and on a normal camera, and then just didn't fucking bother to change the aspect ratio. Which is definitely a decision. It's definitely up there for decisions. It's that. The story is fucking horrible. I know the first three Transformers movies have, no story. They don't really connect, right? Sorry, reading text from my guy. But anyway, I know their stories are loose. First movie, it's, yeah, we just came here for the box. Second movie, it's actually, we've been there since, the fucking pyramids. Third movie, it's, oh, actually, we've been there since the moon landing. And it's weird. And then Transformers 5 is just oh, by the way, Optimus Prime was at World War II, so was Bumblebee. It's what the fuck? So what did Bumblebee do for 60 years while he was waiting for Sam to be born and shit? No fucking clue. But yeah, Last Night, terrible movie. It's genuinely awful. Next, Batman v Superman. I don't know if this is a hot take. This movie fucking sucks, though. All I have to say is, Martha! And everyone gets it. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. This old man is watching me talk to my phone right now. Poor guy. He doesn't understand the grind. Fucking loser. I'm just playing. But, anyway. Batman v Superman. It's boring, too. And that's one thing. If you're gonna be a bad movie, you better not be boring. See, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer is, relatively short. I think it's an hour and 50, maybe, max. Transformers 5 is egregiously long, but it's one of the shorter Michael Bay Transformers movies. Now, it doesn't make up for it, but still, it's 2.5 hours almost, which is saying a lot, but, Batman v Superman is 3 fucking hours, and it's terrible. Like, sorry. Batman v Superman just is not a vibe. Sorry, they got police people here. Anyway, it's not a vibe. I don't fuck with it personally. I don't even have much to say about it. It's just a boring movie. I haven't watched it in forever because I don't want to. To be fair, none of these movies I have watched in a long time. I've only seen reviews of them to kind of refresh my mind. But yeah, Batman v Superman, boring as fuck. And there's like nothing there, no substance. The fight isn't even that fun. It's like somewhat fun, but like even as a Batman myself, right? And I know this movie's based off my actual duels with Superman. Look, there's a reason I haven't fought Superman. It's because he'd fucking wash me, dude. He's an absolute goon. And not like the Twitter version of goon. Like, I mean like a goblin, you know what I'm saying? That's why I haven't fought Superman. Because just, I value my life. And then you have Batfleck, who, he has all this bullshit. Look, Superman in the real world is fucking me up 10 times out of 10. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do. Moving on. I don't know how many of y'all have ever even heard of this movie. The only reason I put it on here was because I randomly remembered it, and I feel like no one's seen this movie. King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword. I didn't write the full name. I just wrote King Arthur. It's a 2017 movie. I think it's The Legend of the Sword. I don't remember. I'll put a picture up maybe if I remember. And the only reason I ever saw this movie was because my parents told me it was good and to watch it, so I watched it. And it fucking sucked. It was fucking terrible. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, dude, this movie's ass. What movie did y'all... I was fully convinced I had watched the wrong movie. But no. Dead ass. It fucking sucked. It blew. It was terrible. It's not the worst movie on this list, though. There was some enjoyable parts of this movie, but as a whole, it was terrible. I don't have much to say, because I don't remember anything about the movie. I just remember watching it, and I was like, this fucking sucks. I asked my parents, I was like, is this the movie y'all told me to watch? They're like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? And then finally, for all my horror fans, even though I started this off with a horror movie, we're going to end it off with a horror movie. Friday the 13th, Part 8, I believe, Jason Takes Manhattan. Oh my god, this fucking bright ass headlights. Anyway, this movie is terrible. This and I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer are like competing for some of my least favorite movies of all time. The only saving grace is that this movie is short as fuck, if I remember correctly. It's like an hour and a half, hour 40. So Jason doesn't take Manhattan, spoiler alert. He just happens to be on the boat that goes to Manhattan. And he's in there for like 10 minutes. Although I will say the shot of him looking at himself, I believe, or looking at the screens in New York is fucking sick. But I don't know. I don't have much thoughts. If I had to rank these movies on like which is genuinely my least favorite, I'd say Transformers 5 is bad, but it has some fun bad moments in it. So I think that might be my favorite least favorite movie. Then I'd probably put King Arthur, then Batman v Superman, then Jason Takes Manhattan, and then probably I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. I really hate that movie. I really do not like it. It's ass. So yeah, there you go. Those are my 5 least favorite movies of all time. No competition.